Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Texas and Louisiana. Thanks for joining us live here on your TV screens on Smart Money Culture TV, as well as streaming around the world on X and YouTube and all of these other wonderful places that we do it. So, pretty interesting weekend, interesting day ahead of us. A lot going on in the world, I'll tell you. It just never stops, does it? It never really stops. Bitcoin is on a big roll here, and I think it is. I mean, it is just really going for it, up above $71,000 at the moment, and really just going. It's really going. It really is going. Let me just share this as well. We have, of course, gold right now is tepid, and that is, I think, kind of interesting. Stocks are down. Stocks are down. We have here in the Washington area, we have our power is down. So I am tethered together here using cell Wi-Fi, couple of phones, trying to keep the battery going here as we put this together. But nonetheless, a lot going on. Our friends, of course, over at Shib with Hat up on a big tear yesterday, up over 100%. I mean, that's what you always like to see, right? Up over 100% on the Shib with Hat. Of course, that's a one of the ones that we have gotten in quite early, let you know about, and they're doing a lot of wonderful things. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we move forward here. Let me just put this out here, and then I'm going to share my screen with everybody as we go through this. All righty. Okay. Let's see here. We have, as we put this together, another wonderful day, of course. So I'm going to share this one first. I'm going to go back to this, though. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange is up quite a bit. Well, I guess we can start with that. Hong Kong Stock Exchange is up about 1.5%. But really what I wanted to show you, I wanted to go through this. Here we are. So Trump is really on a roll. As we go into this, he had just shared this on his his Truth Social.
Here's the simple truth. Look at the chaos. End it now.
The President of the United States!
Here's the simple truth.
He's like the king of the trolls, right? I mean, the guy just he does not stop. I just wanted to here. And this is such an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. We have Joe Biden, of course, who is just by any indications lacking, the wherewithal or the self-awareness to really pull off the position that he's in. Controls. It's crazy. I'm not even sure that was Biden, to be totally frank, but that's okay. So that was pretty funny. We have some of the other stuff that's just coming out here. Of course, we have this poor girl. I don't even want to really show her video. But yeah, this poor girl, I guess, was killed, or she wasn't killed. I'm not sure. They're saying she's in critical condition over the weekend. Who knows? But that is just horrible. Trump on the Oscars. Did you watch the Oscars last night? I would be interested to know if you did. So Trump on the Oscars, he says, has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not. And can never be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent. George Slopinopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous. Also, really bad politically correct show tonight, and 4 years. Disjointed, boring, and very unfair. Why don't they just give the Oscars to those that deserve them? Maybe that way their audience and TV ratings will come back from the depths. Make America great again. Trump, 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 Trump. He's funny. He is very entertaining. I think that everybody's kind of in bed with him. Just past 400,000 followers. Okay. Anyway, yeah, pretty interesting. He is on a roll. This is some of his reception that he got at UFC.
Come and take me away, cause I'm standing in this love for like 5 whole days. Me and security ain't getting along, and when I got to the front,
There's some better ones than that, though. UFC. I mean, the guy's got rock star status. That is for sure. Let me just see here. Okay. Here we go.
Also making his way to the octagon, the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, flanked by UFC CEO Dana White. And lost in the pageantry is just how big a mixed martial arts fan Donald Trump is. He sits octagon side with the cans on, absolutely loves our live events, and a real privilege to have President Trump in the building at UFC 299.
Pretty funny. Now, it was a bit more of an entertaining entrance here. Avengers. I think this was his entrance before. This was really funny.
It was fucking bananas, really.
Here we go. Hold on a second here. Anyway, that was a pretty awesome entrance that he did there last time. Anyway, the guy is definitely on a roll. I think that he's probably unstoppable now. What could happen here is that we have a situation where, with the quote unquote absentee ballots, that we're, maybe we're not able to, who knows how safe this vote is going to be. I mean, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Of course, Laura Trump, Eric Trump's wife, is now the co-chair of the RNC. So she's on saying that she is going to clean things up. Can the U.S. have a safe election in 2024? I don't know. Kind of remains to be seen. I think so. Laura, though, she did have something to say about it. Let me just pull her up here. So she's now the co-chair. Now the chair is a guy that kind of has been. I'm not, Let me add this to the page
Republican
here.
National Committee, unlike you have ever seen before, because this, I can guarantee you that over the next 8 months, you are going to see things happen at the Republican National Committee, unlike you have ever seen before, because this is a must-win election. If Donald, I can guarantee you that over the next 8 months, you are going to see things happen at the Republican National Committee, unlike you have ever seen before, because this is a must-win election. If Donald, I can guarantee you that over the next 8 months.
So she's the co-chair. The chair is a guy named Watley, and he has, he's, I guess, been a little bit, I would say, so-so on a lot of issues there in North Carolina. But I don't hold that so much against him. I think that, being so-so in over the previous bit, maybe you were trying to survive. I mean, who knows? It remains to be seen. He was handpicked by Ronna McDaniel. So if that tells you anything, but she is friends with Lara Trump, and we're hoping for the best, and we're hoping for a nice and a safe election. Hopefully we can get some things done, even with all the absentee or the mail-in ballots and the magic, as I like to call them, the magic electronic voting machines. All right, so Bitcoin is on an absolute tear here, of course, as you know. I mean, just it is just going Bitcoin on a tear. Yes. The thing about Bitcoin, guys, is that there is a very finite amount of Bitcoin trading at all-time highs. And this can never change. And people will say, oh, yeah, it can change and blah, 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 blah. And they don't understand the way that it works. Okay. If they change the amount of Bitcoins that are coming out, that is going to be something that will be another coin. Okay. And there's plenty of those coins, even ones that call themselves Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, you have Bitcoin Cash, and that is a different coin. Okay. And it's important for everybody to understand that, because this is more. This is bigger than gold. This is more valuable than gold. Okay. Gold is of course it's great. We're big players, we're big holders of gold. You should go to atcostmetals.com, register there. We have a wonderful setup with the gold. With the gold there, you can buy gold, silver, palladium, platinum at cost there and you should do that. But Bitcoin, guys, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Okay. And that is something else. So do you want your kids to at least have one Bitcoin? How many billionaires want their kid to at least have one Bitcoin? You know what I mean? And then you start to do the math, and you start to realize how big this thing can really go. And it's starting to be pretty obvious to everybody. I think there will only ever 21 million Bitcoin. So what does that mean? That means you should probably get some exposure to it. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. It could go to zero, although I don't think so. We are live. So that's going to be, I think, And look, guys, it can go up and down and all around, and it can do all those things that it always does. Okay, doesn't mean that it's just going to stay this high, but it could. It could never go down. You have all of these ETFs now that are in. Okay, you have all of these different places that are bringing big money into the game here. And that is something else. That's something that hasn't really happened before. Okay, and it's it is considerable. So as well, I'll just kind of run through them here as we're getting things set up. Let's see here. All of them, everything's up here. Ha! CoinGecko is over capacity. How about that, huh? All right, we'll head over to CoinMarketCap. All right. Add to the stage here. Okay, so here we are. CoinMarketCap. We have Bitcoin there trading at 71,790. Okay. 71,790. We have Ethereum. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm just looking for my friend here. We have as well Ethereum trading up above 4,000. Ethereum above $4,000, trading at $4,033. So check that out. Back up above 4,000. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Huh? Nice move that we have there. Pretty awesome. Ethereum up above 4,000. So, the deal is, guys, that if you don't have exposure to this place, they are printing the absolute mess out of the US dollars. Okay. And that is going to continue. There is no way for them to stop. Also, James says there is only an Olympic-sized swimming pool of gold ever produced in this world. I don't know. Is that really the case? I've seen a lot of bars over the years. But I agree, gold is very important. Nonetheless, if that is a absolute or not, gold is very important. Listen, guys, you can take crypto with you around the world. You can have Bitcoins in your pocket, okay, and you can or just in your mind. You can just remember your seed phrase, okay, and do that. But you need gold because you don't know what's going to happen. All right. There's one thing I can guarantee you, and that's your paper money is going to go to zero. Okay. Your paper money will go to zero at some point. I don't know when, but at one point it will be worth nothing. Your Bitcoins and your crypto, I think, is going to be worth a lot of money moving forward. Okay. But it's a new thing. It's something new to the world. It is new to the world. Okay. And so you also need gold, you need silver, you need precious metals, you need crypto, and you need some cash. Okay. And we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, look at me right now. I'm kind of holed up in my studio here. There's no power. I'm tethered to a phone Wi-Fi, which is thankfully working at the moment. But you don't know. We don't know what the future holds. I mean, things are crazy. Things are really crazy right now. We have no idea. So Ethereum, though, on absolute tear, you can make a lot of money right now. You can earn a lot of money with Ethereum. And so you probably want to take advantage of that. You can go to atcostbitcoin.club and check that out. So that's going to be and you can get gold and silver, or you can get Bitcoin and everything at cost. At cost. I'm a little bit. My two people that are normally helping me with the show are not here this morning, so I am running solo and doing the whole show here. So Solana is up about 1% on the day, 148, looking really, really nice. I can't listen. Anyway, looking very good on the daily there. The Solana ecosystem is absolutely just really, really exploding. It is just absolutely exploding. And that is one of the things, of course, that is propelling one of our favorite coins, tokens, the SHIB with hat. SHIB with hat. This is absolutely going big time here. These guys are really doing it. And I love the team. You can see this nice market here. This was up over 100% as we hit here. Looks like we went all the way up to almost 20 cents there. If you look at the DEX itself, on the DEX, it'll show you that, let's see here, share the screen. It'll show you that a few days ago, this was the day that we first did our show on them. So that's and it went all the way up on the DEX. It went up to about 2.8 cents, which is almost 3 cents. It went up almost 3 cents. So it is an all-time high over here on their coin market cap. But for whatever reason, it doesn't really show that all-time high. It doesn't show that it went up all that high, but it really did over there on the DEX. So anyway, we're at all-time highs officially on the SHIB with that. And that is, guys, this is these meme tokens are something else. This can be a lot of fun. Okay. And this thing, if this goes, and again, not financial advice and all that stuff. Okay. But if this thing goes anywhere near what the dog with hat is doing, and dog with hat is absolutely on a tear, up over $1.5 billion. I'm going to look at that in a minute. They call themselves the dog with hat killer. That's what this is, the website right here. The dog with hat killer right here. They got their funny video.
Introducing the SHIB with hat coin. SHIB with hat launched on Solana blockchain, and it's officially the dog with hat killer. Our mission is to become the #1 community coin in Web3. Don't miss your chance to be part of this next big thing in meme tokens. Invest in the SHIB with hat token today and join the revolution.
So pretty fun what they're doing here. Now they're going to do a big sale tomorrow. We're going to talk about it here live. Probably be as we put these things together. They're doing their SHIB with hat NFTs sale. Only 1,000 unique pieces of rarities that are ever made, and everybody is super excited about this. I think it's one of the reasons. I mean, it pumped 100%, guys. Listen, 100% on a market. It's like, we're used to it in crypto, but these things they don't really happen that much all around. But I mean, up 100% on the day, absolutely unbelievable. Hey, David, how's it going, man?
Awesome. Yeah, the time changed here, but it didn't change for you. So
it changed for me. Of course, it changed for me. What are you talking about?
No,
it changed.
The time changed in 2 weeks. It'll change in 2 weeks in the U.S.
No, it changed last night.
Oh, it changed for you last night, but didn't change for me. So in 2 weeks, it'll change for us over here in Ireland.
Anyway,
I got up early.
Okay, great. So this is the SHIB with hat coin. I'm pretty excited about it. Tell me, what are the let's talk about it. These meme tokens are are fun. They can do a lot. David?
Yes, they can. They can move mountains. And one time we went out with the Doge crew on a decentralized dance party, and that was almost the time of my life. Super fun. We went around Toronto during a conference weekend, and we got to see major sites, and we danced. They carry these huge boom boxes around the city, and we hit all the major spots. And that's something that one of these meme coins can do for you.
Well, one thing that these meme coins do. So right now we're at a $17 million market cap or so, right? Am I still sharing my screen here? Let me see. Yes. So we're at a 17. I think. Let me just stream back over to here. 15. We're at a $15 million market cap. Okay, so if this thing does go, if we look at, they call themselves the dog with hat killer. Let's look at dog with hat. Which is at 2. Oh wow, they're over 2 billion market cap, aren't they? Yes. Wow, look at this. Dog with a $2.2 billion market cap. It's really unbelievable. So if you do the math, where we are now, where the ship with that is now, and where they're going, it is absolutely astounding. What could happen? You can do the math. I'm not going to do it. It's hard for me to do math when I'm on the screen on air, yeah. But it is pretty exciting.
Yeah, man.
So how are things going over there in Dublin?
Everything's okay. We are working it, and nice to be out here in the cold, in the wet, and the busy economy. So it's pretty cool.
Nice, cold and the wet.
Yeah, they weren't lying. You know, I thought it would dry up here and there, but even if it's not such a rainy day, it's still completely wet. The ground is wet. The trees are wet. It's cold and wet. And in the summer, you think you might get some dry days, but then in the summer, it'll rain 4, 5, 6 times a day. The rain passes through.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have a lot going on here as well. So what is anything on the political situation over there?
Well, they had their elections running Friday. I think they were running to the voter booths, and I believe the majority voted no and no on, it was something like keeping women in the kitchen or something like this was like the overall gist of it. And it doesn't mean keeping women in the kitchen. It's about keeping the phrase. They say something about women in their constitution. They give them special notoriety, and they just want to say, well, men can be women too, type of thing. So they need to rewrite the Constitution. And I believe that the overall consensus was they were voting no, do not change their Constitution. Everybody's completely happy about it. And we're not going to have one sour apple come in and change our whole entire structure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pretty. It is certainly an interesting time. That is for sure. And one of the reasons, guys, this is what I talk about as well. I remember talking about it over the years. One of the reasons why they pump the market so hard at times like this is they don't want you to pay attention. It's okay, they tell you. It's all right. Don't worry. You're worth so much money now. Look at what's going on. You're worth so much money. Speaking of Shiba, so Shiba, of course, this is SHIB with hat. Shiba Inu is up on the 7-day, up 33%. Massive move here. Now, talk about market caps. They have a $20 billion market cap right there. $20 billion. But I'll tell you what, that SHIB with hat, or the dog with hat, that's a serious market cap. If SHIB with hat is able to even do a tenth of that, you're really doing well. This community of SHIB with hat is so impressive. Let's make a note here. So the community is really it's growing so much, and it's pretty impressive. I'm going to show some of the stuff. The SHIB. Let me just change my thing here. SHIB. So I wanted to show you some of the stuff that we have here. Let me just put this out. SHIB. Because what they're doing really is pretty exciting, and the way that they're growing the community is pretty. That's what it's all about. I mean, if you don't have a community, then you really don't have a coin. I mean, that's like, it's like 101.
Oh yeah.
Of
That's
making
the whole.
that happen. So, go ahead.
That's the whole part of crypto. You want, and it's best when everybody's using it. Then that's how you can push this monetary revolution forward. You can pay your friends back in crypto. You can pay for products in crypto, and the immutability of people mining is the whole concept.
It is as well. It's I mean, this is really how that's what the thing about the community is, that the community is really what makes the coin. It's what makes gives the value. The more people that are using and holding and trading the cryptocurrency, that is what makes it really go. And so, as you just see here, we have this is a video that.
Okay, guys, I saw a lot of people made $1 million this year from like bonk, future trading, or from Brits. Unfortunately, I didn't buy any Brits, but the people who got early, I saw someone put like 15K and turned that to 1 million. By the way, you can do the same with SHIB with hat right now. Right now, SHIB with hat is playing around 10 million market cap. So if you put $10,000 now and SHIB with hat goes to 1 billion, 2 billion, you are going to have that million. And if ask me, SHIB with hat, is SHIB with hat going to $1 billion market cap? I will say yes, because it's a very, very good narrative. Doge with hat is going for 50 billion at least. Why not SHIB with hat not going to 2 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion market cap? All the best, guys. All the best.
So you have like just, the stuff just keeps going. And then they have this guy. Okay. He says, open X, search SHIB with hat, hashtag most recent, engage every tweet, repeat. But this is the type of stuff when you're looking at a token or a community, you really want to see this type of stuff happening. Okay. Of course, the NFT rollout tomorrow is also going to be pretty exciting. You have, of course, the exciting news. This is their NFT collection. But you can see there's all kinds of stuff. And then you have this
iPhone. Но нафига? У тебя есть 1000 баксов, можешь купить себе MacBook или iPhone. Но нафига? Хотите узнать, как я заработал с 1000 3000 баксов? Рассказываю.
Я вложил 1000 баксов Shipway в токен.
Вот это сайт этого проекта. Ребята имеют четкие планы. И цена токена это доказывает. Ссылка на телеграм-чат в шапке профиля ТикТока.
Shipway имеет огромные перспективы. Действуй.
Я серьезно, мое мнение, это шиба номер 2. У тебя есть 1000 баксов. Можешь...
So what he's saying is, do you have $1,000? This is what he's saying. I'm just reading it, okay? You want to buy a MacBook or an iPhone, but why? I invested in Shibwith Hat token because Shibwith Hat token is a huge project. I expect the project to have the same height as Shiba Inu. Ship. So anyway, in this space, you things can really move, and when you start to see this, and then you see what's happening as well, you know, and you can just it's just endless, on and on and on. You can see I put out a post yesterday, almost kind of fun just to have everybody respond. I said, eat the dip, and we were at and they did totally eat the dip. You can see where we are over here at 1556, back at 1566. I think we were, you know, however dropped there. But you know, this is fun. This is fun stuff. Well, making money is fun anyway. You know what I mean? But when you see that, that's what you want to see. That's the stuff that you want to see right there. So anyway, pretty interesting. We'll talk more about the sale as it goes off tomorrow. There is a lot going on in the world as well. Of course, looks like things are getting ready to happen over. Well, let's look at this first. Did you actually that? I guess I can play this. This is.
It was unbelievable.
Great going, Jack, and terrific. Yes.
I've been waiting a very long time to ask this.
This sounds like trouble.
And I just want to know if the story is true or not. You were traveling to Atlantic City, and your limo broke down. Husband and wife pulled up behind, and the husband basically said, I'm going to help him out. So he helped out the limousine, and a week later, the husband and wife received the deed to their house paid off. Was that a true story?
It's true. It's true.
It's awesome. That just goes to show what type of man he is. A great man.
It was unbelievable.
Great going, Jack.
Trump. Right? Pretty unbelievable. Yeah. This is pretty. You know, a lot of what we talk about in the world is this is what's shaping okay, what's going on. And this is when I talk, and I'm going to show that video in just a second, when I talk about the monetary revolution and when I talk about how important it is, we have to take the power back from the central bankers. The central bankers have taken over they have taken over the country, and all the countries of the world really that have a central bank. The central banks have taken over. And it's that's the situation that we're in, and so they have been in control, and so our Congress and our they don't really have control anymore. Our legislative branch, we have 3 branches of government in the U.S. We have the legislative, which is Congress. We have the executive, which is the White House, and we have the judicial, which is the Supreme Court. And they are not really in control anymore, because if you control the money, you control the country. And in 1913, in the dead of night, they passed the Federal Reserve Act. And since that time, the Federal Reserve has been in control. The central bank has been in control. And it was one of the things that we fought so hard to not have happen here in the U.S. But it has happened, and that's where we're at. So we need to take the power back from these people. And the reason why what is able to happen over the last few years happened, I'm going to show you the video here in 1 second. But the reason why it was able to happen is because no matter who we elected, nothing changed, or not enough changed. Even as we had Trump in here, we kept Mayorkas. Mayorkas has kept the border open. We have millions and millions of people that have come in through our border, and this is what really happened. So I'm going to play this video. Pretty astounding video from Tucker.
The story of history is the story of invasions. One group of people moving into someone else's land and taking it. One nation ends, another begins. Invasions drive history. Few Americans understand this is happening to them right now. The United States of America is being invaded.
For the love of God, this is a damn invasion. Who is allowing this?
They invaded our privacy.
I think it's an invasion of the country.
In other words, it's ending. The country you grew up in no longer exists. Soon it will be unrecognizable. No one is fighting back. Few are even acknowledging it. And the people who lead us are letting it happen. Why are our leaders letting this happen? Well, to destroy the country and to change the demographics. Who lives here determines what the country's like. This country is changing faster than you may understand. Americans are being replaced. That's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. In August of 2023, illegal immigration outpaced American births, a brand new population. Last year alone, over 3 million people came here illegally just over our southern border. The media won't tell you it's happening, but if you look around, you can see it, and you can see it most clearly in our cities, which are collapsing. We elect people to protect us. That's what politicians are paid to do. But they've done the opposite. They've sold us out, and they've crushed what our ancestors built. Take a look at our cities. They're hellish, and immigration is the reason. The city of Chicago was in tough shape even before Joe Biden opened the border. Now, parts of it are basically uninhabitable. Even the socialist mayor of Chicago says the city is breaking under the strain.
Without real significant investment from our federal government, it won't just be the city of Chicago that won't be able to maintain this mission. It's the entire country that is now at stake.
Chicago's politicians may complain about illegal immigration in public, but in private, they're paying for it with your money. They're spending more on illegal aliens than on their own citizens. They're doing this secretly. They're hiding it from the public. Our team uncovered a shadow terminal, for example, inside Chicago O'Hare Airport. Hundreds of migrants were being hidden there secretly. Our team pulled up with cameras rolling, and at first we didn't see much. The city erected a black tarp to hide what was going on. The motive was simple. They didn't want us to see it. And a third-party security group paid for with your tax dollars told us that was prohibited. We weren't allowed to see.
What are you doing?
I want to look inside.
For what? For what?
They weren't local or federal law enforcement, so we ignored them. They had no authority. They were rent-a-cops. Inside, our team found more than 100 beds on the floor. The smell was overpowering, repulsive. It was filthy. But it's not just airport terminals that have been given over to people who've come here illegally from the poorest countries in the world, without permission, criminally, and yet being supported in every detail of their lives by taxpayers. No. Even police stations in Chicago have been turned into refugee camps. This is new video never seen before of what's actually happening inside Chicago's police stations. Keep in mind, the people who work in those police stations are paid to protect you, but that's not what they're doing. They're running refugee camps for illegal aliens. As our cameramen approached the Chicago police precinct in the city's downtown to see what was happening inside, you see people come out, illegal aliens, shooting him the middle finger and yelling. They didn't hide their hostility. Many other illegals have been pushed into poorer, predominantly black neighborhoods on the south side. We went there. We spoke to someone who has lived on the south side of Chicago virtually his entire life. He's enraged by how the city has fallen apart under its sanctuary city policy.
Andre Smith, CEO of Chicago Against Violence. I don't know the count, but I know that the readiness, the language of sanctuary city, state, and county should have had a plan, but it led to a massive destruction. I have seen almost the worst of the worst in Chicago, but seeing this migrant crisis was the most devastating thing that I ever seen.
You live in America, the place you grew up, the place you'd like to see your children grow up in much the way that you did. But that won't be possible because of the single greatest sellout in our history. Hundreds of years of America eliminated by an invasion that our leaders made possible. You should know that.
Crazy.
History is the story of
craziness.
Tucker putting it out there.
He really is doing an amazing job. We can talk more about that. We just had Matt join us here. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hi. Good morning. Early today. I didn't realize you're earlier than usual.
Yeah, the U.S. time zone changed, but it didn't change for us over here.
Oh, okay. Anyway, great to see you. So
likewise,
we're getting towards the end of the show, then I guess.
We are. We have and my tethered phone here may die out. So if that happens, I'll let you guys finish with me. But if you want to go over a bit here in the last little bit, that'd be great.
I mean, we can just chat through today, no problem. I mean, basically, it's been another amazing day. Bitcoin new all-time highs yet again, which is fantastic. Really, it's hard to see anything stopping Bitcoin right now. I really can't see it, anything stopping it, because we definitely have that supply and demand. You know, the supply is 1, the demand is 10. That's the difference. That's the factor, 10 times. So there's definitely upward pressure, and it's hard. Even the corrections are small at the moment because, you know, markets don't move in a straight line, but we still, you know, you'd expect some corrections, but they're very, very small. So right now, I can't see anything stopping Bitcoin. And same for Ethereum, really, because Ethereum, the ETF approval is coming up, and this is channeling. You know, we always said we've got the retail money, which took Bitcoin from 0 to 69. Now we have just the beginnings of institutional money. We've seen it with Bitcoin, taking it from that FTX low of 15,000-ish, 15,500, taking it all the way up now 71, 72,000-ish. So that is that supply and demand. And I think, you know, we've got April coming with a halving. So you're going to get half the supply. So instead of 10 to 1, it'll be 20 to 1, 20 times more demand than supply. So this is very positive. And I think we have to keep in mind that barring any geopolitical tensions, which can erupt at any time, so we have to be aware and watch our risk reward. But bar that, this is a generational opportunity to make money, I believe. Because right now, as I say, I just keep going back to it, the demand so far outstrips the supply. And we're beginning to see, we will see easing of monetary policy in the US later this year, and, you know, money printing to try to stimulate economies and so on. That is going to create more and more US dollars. And yet we only have this limited supply of crypto. And there'll be more and more ETFs, I believe. You know, we've got Ethereum coming through possibly in May, but there will be others as well. And this is institutionalizing really the cryptocurrency. And so I do think that really makes sense for anybody with a portfolio, if you're able to, if it's legal to, and if you're able to, I think that everybody should have a portion of their assets in cryptocurrency. Because, you know, modern portfolio theory, Markowitz, who's a Nobel Prize winner and talked all about diversification, even Efficient Frontier, it talks about holding a basket of assets, uncorrelated assets. Crypto is not correlated. It's an amazing asset. It's a new asset class, which is different to all those other assets that are out there. So different is important because there's no point in holding more of the same assets. They're correlated. If the market goes down, all your assets go down. But if you hold uncorrelated assets, then, you know, different market conditions, different assets that you hold can actually appreciate in value. And there's so many opportunities. I even saw there's a Trump meme coin, isn't there? There's a couple of Trump meme coins.
There's one on Ethereum that's actually got a pretty decent market cap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I saw the MAGA, you know, Make America Great Again, which is a Trump coin. That was number 10 in the meme coins. And a lot of these are on Solana. Solana is, you know, that's where a lot of the meme coins are going at the moment. But AI is also another really big narrative, which is going to come through soon. It's beginning to come through. But from what people are saying in the industry, AI crypto AI is going to be the next big thing. So I'm not shilling eBay, but I know that eBay is going to come up with some amazing opportunities and new products and everything coming out in April. Another AI token. So these AI tokens, you don't put all your money because they are still high risk, but you can do 100x on these tokens. You put $1,000, you can have $100,000. But you have to bear in mind, with these meme coins in particular, your money could be nothing. They could come to nothing. So you don't put money that you can not afford to lose. But if you have a bit of spare money, a bit of spare cash available, and it's a small part of your portfolio, it makes absolute sense, because this can be life-changing. It can be generational wealth for people. And it makes absolute sense just to pick a few well-researched, do your due diligence. And again, that's what the eBay platform is all about. And we'll be doing more and more of that, as I say, when we really launch in April. Then these are opportunities that we shouldn't shy away from, because the world is changing. We're seeing the world changing with the economies, with the stresses in the economies. This money printing is still just an experimental thing that they're trying. They don't yet know the full consequences. We know that the money printing, there's interest to be paid on it effectively. And as Bruce said, it's actually and David as well has said, this is just something that ordinary people pay the interest on it. So you're creating wealth, but you need to be part of that wealth, because the people at the top of the food chain, they are already part of it. And there's an opportunity for us here, because you can get in with little amounts, 500,000, whatever's little to you, could be 10, I don't know. But you can get in with these amounts to make potential real changes to your life. And there are opportunities. Again, do your research. Bitcoin is an amazing store of wealth. And Ethereum, so many things are built on Ethereum. Other blockchains, there's some great use cases. Fractionalization of property purchases, actually creating efficiency within ordinary, chains, business chains of supply and demand and everything. All these things can be made more efficient with crypto. And so we need to open our eyes to the opportunity. So that's just my little bit.
Yes. Well, awesome. Well, glad you could both join us this morning. I spent the first bit of the show, I was like, where?
You didn't tell me.
Then you sent me a voice message. I'm like, I'm on the air. I can't listen to a voice message. Come on. Anyway,
I'm sure you managed very well. There's so much to talk about, and you guys.
There is so much to talk about, and I can't wait for the update tomorrow. And it is super exciting what's going on. And these a lot of these coins, like you mentioned, and these tokens, these are 10x and 100x opportunity. I mean, you put $100,000 or put $50,000 on one of these things, and you are you're set.
Absolutely. It's not that everyone will do that, but you can actually, again, get some help, do your due diligence, and it can be life-changing. And I've seen enough people that it's changed their lives. And this is possibly the biggest bull run ever. Possibly, we don't know for sure. But now, as I say, we've got institutional money coming in. This is the big money. And there's actually the opportunity for the retailers. They have had the opportunity. A lot of retailers are holding bags of different assets now, in the run-up to 69,000 on Bitcoin, with all the other assets that went with it. But if we do get more institutional money flowing in, then it's about rising tide lifts all boats. That Bitcoin might be the top, because it's is the real store of wealth, real digital gold. But the others will rise with it. And certainly, we've seen the meme coins. They're just amazing what they're doing, and yet there's nothing behind them. Not saying go for something that's nothing behind it, but there are ones, for example, the AI tokens, that are going to be changing. They're cutting edge. They're going to change the future for us. So these are ones that I particularly like. They're the ones that I really favor. Meme coins, yes, you can make a lot of money. You can lose money. But if there's something that's really got the technology behind it, that's what I love about this opportunity.
Amazing. All right, gentlemen. Well, thanks so much for joining. We will, David, you and I will be back on in 5 hours. my friend Matt will see you in the morning, 1 hour earlier tomorrow, guys.
I remember.
Don't forget.
Even
If I
my
had known, I would have warned anybody. They
Right.
do it on our phones now anyway, so we don't even know. You just
Exactly.
your alarm goes off 1 hour earlier or later. You don't know. You just continue on.
Anyway, apologies for not realizing the time.
No
but yeah, look
worries, no
forward to seeing
worries.
you tomorrow.
Like I
All
said,
right.
anyhow. All right, awesome guys.
Cheers, guys. See you. Bye for now.
Talk soon.
Your voice is powerful. When combined with social engagement, it's a force for change. Decentralized media paired with free speech is the catalyst for an empowered world and a unified, invaluable ecosystem. Join Global Boost, become a champion of free speech, and help to reshape the future of media.